we are back after a hiatus. This is the BSB podcast. I must explain, we did record last week.
I personally find that our show was gold.
It might have been, but, being that it's a fairly topical show and I just never got around to getting it uploaded, it'll probably never see the light of day. So there is a lost episode for all you fans out there. Now, speaking of that lost show, I want to go ahead and say that in the lost show, I considered Seth's trade a success because Cam Newton beat your team.
Yes.
And I think now we can officially say it's a success.
It is. All right. It is a success. Cam Newton is, so far, he's the deal.
He's the deal. So far, he's put up more points this season than Chris Johnson might put up all year.
Yes.
And, so, we can't fault the guy for that. The trade turns out to be smart thus far. Unless something dramatic changes, which... God, I hope it does.
Yeah.
Unless something changes, whatever, it worked. And speaking of quarterback performances, what the fuck happened with Aaron Rodgers?
Well, apparently he can go off at any point. He just needs the right motivation.
And holy shit, Team Laptop took the brunt of that one.
Yeah.
Looked like they had a commanding lead. Caleb was quivering in the message board. He was pissed off. When the Bears defense scored a touchdown, he lost his shit on the little, rolling messages.
The rolling scrolling.
And it didn't matter. Aaron Rodgers puts up nearly 60 points. Caleb sets a league highest score we've had since under the current scoring system.
Wow.
And it's just, I can't believe it happened like that.
I'd feel bad for Ricker, but I don't.
Whatever the algorithm was that he had, it picked the right week to set off the team, his team.
Yeah.
But it did not take into account that Aaron Rodgers would.
All world.
Yeah, all world. That was just, what was it, 5 touchdowns?
Disgusting.
2 rushing.
4 throwing, 2 rushing.
6 touchdowns.
Yeah, 6 touchdowns.
My team, which I would like to point out here, my team hit rock bottom this week. This is the lowest score we've put up. We're the 3rd highest scoring team in the league through 4 weeks. And we had our lowest week this week, putting up only, 113. Thankfully, we were playing the 2nd lowest scoring team in the league. We come out with the victory. So, Dirt Necklace, I applaud you. This puts me through 2/3 of the Man Room division.
Yes, and it's not looking too good for me either. I was going into a match with Travis, 40 points down with only 2 Colts on the roster. Happily, one of them was Pierre Garçon, so
you still lost.
I put up a few more points, and maybe that'll apply for some wild card considerations. Considering that 5 of us are 1-3,
true.
4 of them are 3-1.
Yeah,
and the rest are just piddling in the middle.
Looking ahead, I'm tired of looking over last week, so that's old news. Of course, Bus lost.
Wait, no. There's one issue we have to address before we move on to the next week.
Short Bus
lost? Nope. The dude has won.
The dude has won. And this gives the dude his first win of the season. Ties him and Short Bus. So they're both in the running for the dude. However, this week, coming up, the dude faces the Short Bus for what is most likely the game for the dude. One team has to win.
And it's our Stud World Game of the Week.
There's no way they can both lose, is there?
It could happen. If there's a tie, and it could happen with our point systems.
Nearly impossible.
But I think if any two could find a way, dude and Short Bus.
So, all right. Looking at the other matchups, I look to do my sweep of the Man Room division, completely clear it out, close them off, end them. This week when I face the Regulators, who, according to the Regulators, most of his team's on bye this week.
Yep, and yes, we're entering the first week of the dreaded bye season.
Indeed.
This is where you find out if your team is any good.
Right.
Anyone can win with their top lineup in every week, but when you have your stars sitting out, the cream of the crop truly rises.
That's true. That's true. So who are you facing this week?
I am facing the Dirt Necklace, the team that put up the 2nd least amount of points last week.
The team which I beat last week with his top lineup.
The team that I would have beaten. Yeah, both teams I would have beaten, but
pretty much
that's the luck of the draw.
What the fuck happened to you and Hazi? Jesus Christ.
Oh, well, I'm just saying.
Hazi loses by 1.5 points to Seth, to Cam Newton.
It's a Super Bowl hangover. It's a real thing.
It's a real thing in fantasy sports
It's a
where
real
you get
thing
a
in
new
fantasy
team
sport.
every year. I don't think you can blame anything except incompetence.
No, you think about how good you had it the year before, and then you think you can do the same things you did the year before.
Right.
But this is an ever-changing animal. While you guys had all that time in the playoffs to think about your team for next year, we were thinking about our team for that week.
I see. Well, we've got Bust facing the laptop. Man, I think it's kind of funny these two are facing each other, considering the laptop's usually used to look at chesticles. I don't know. It's some strange,
Big
weird
Willie's
redneck.
been doing some good things.
Some kind of
I gotta
redneck
say.
luck he gets with it. He gets his little 4-wheeler and his cop uniform on. He dresses up all nice. He goes for a ride, and then he wins a fantasy football game.
Yeah, that's good for him. It's good for him. But we'll see what happens when
Yeah,
this bye week season hits.
Right, and you look over everything, write your article. How'd you do this past week?
I did pretty well. I think it was 4-2.
4-2. So what would that bring you up to overall?
That would bring me up to 14 and
Simple
10.
addition.
14 and 10.
Oh, so a nice rebound from last week.
Yeah. I'm still around 60%.
Who's the Legion facing this week?
The Legion is facing. Who did I play last week? He's facing Travis, the Sofa King drunk.
Sofa King. I want to make it our goal for the Masters of the Power Bomb to completely wipe out the Man's Room division. Let's make this divisional warfare.
Wow. I mean, people who can't bring anything to the fight. It's kind of sad. Because I mean, I've pointed this out in some of my articles, but Masters of the Powerbomb are the only people who are putting up any kind of entertaining content.
This is true.
I mean, Caleb occasionally puts up a video he saw on the internet or
it's got
found a
Triple
funny
H in
picture.
it, so he like puts it up and he's like, "Oh, look, the title."
Hey, look, yeah, we're gonna do that title belt.
It's only a
special
matter of
I've
time
already
before he
seen.
puts up Darth Vader doing MC Hammer. I think I'm pretty good. You in last place in our division is good.
So far?
I'm looking forward to you having. Oh, since last week's
forward to your
since
collapse.
last week's podcast never aired, the people don't know.
Oh, Christ.
You're in another contest with some friends of ours. It's a weight loss competition. Whoever comes in last has to do what?
Has to completely shave everything under the neck.
And that ends in February.
That ends in February when we go to our annual ski trip in Michigan.
Which I'm very much looking forward to. So you're going to most likely your head's shaved. And
yeah,
there's a good.
That's probably. I'm at that point where it's probably going to happen until your guys' epic breakdown.
Right, which not happening. And then there's a possibility. I don't know how good it is. I haven't seen Abby for a while or Bear lately. There's a possibility that the only hair on your body is going to be your eyebrows.
Yes, that would be the bet. Because I try to keep it shaved, and yeah.
All right, I'm looking forward to this.
Even my asshole. I mean, everything has to go.
Everything has to go. All right. Well, I think we're going to end on that note then. Think about Mick's hairless asshole.
Ding.
And we'll catch you guys next week. That's all for me, DP Ash, and
Doc Hardcore.
Doc Hardcore Butt
Saying
Sex over
goodbye.
here saying goodbye. Good day.